Welcome everyone to Adventures in Wyoming. We are so excited to see all of you again. Please subscribe to our channel to show your support for all of our exploration videos, and every subscription drives us to make more content for you to see. Make sure to give comments for our exploration videos. Now, how about if we start today's video? And action! Today is a peaceful morning in the city of Kemmerer, and the time right now is 4 a.m. in the morning. The weather is also peaceful too, and this means that Mother Nature is feeling happy, but sometimes she will get angry. At their house in the city, a group of students are getting ready to head over to a very restricted area located on a hill above the city. Let's introduce our team to all of you before we continue. The team has an autistic genius boy named Sasha, and 4 other students named Camila, Matteo, Marco, and Louis. Now you might critically notice that Sasha is the only member of the team with autism, right? Let's explain it to you. We can say that because of his autism spectrum disorder, Sasha always gets anxious or stressed every single time he is in very loud spaces such as swimming competitions. Also, due to his high autism level, Sasha does not respond when people attempt to talk to him, especially new people. Sasha is always freaked out by new people. Okay, now let's continue with our book scene. Today, the team is heading to one of the most ruined hilltop sites in Kemmerer, a site that nobody has ever been to, a site that has been restricted for a long time, a site that was once the final resting place of a major middle school student named Luke. It is time to start getting ready, and the team begins grabbing all of their stuff and placing it into their car. The temperature outside is about 36 degrees, and that does sound very cold. Winter weather is moving into Kemmerer, and the air is becoming freezing cold. Because of the cold weather, the team has to be prepared before they head over to the site that contains the ruins of what was once a massive burial structure. What kind of structure once stood there is a mystery, but the mummy of the middle school student that was there was saved and now rests in a school science lab. The structure could have been a pyramid that once stood tall and strong with all its glory above the city of Kemmerer. The sarcophagus that the student's mummy was resting in was taken out too, along with the mummy itself, and both were saved from being lost forever. The student's name was Luke, and the cause of his death was cancer. The ruined structure was exactly where he was laid to rest. Then the team is finally ready, and they get into their car, and they start making their way towards the site, which is located about 30 minutes away from their house. The pyramid of the middle school student Luke was probably much more spectacular than we ever thought. You have had the red at the base, then the shining white limestone, and the top, which would have been made perhaps of basalt or granite, which would have been covered with gold and electrum. And so you would have these 3 colors, all very strong in their symbolic power as well. By building on the hill, the Wyomingites made a significant victory for Luke. They have a pyramid which stands higher than the city of Kemmerer itself. Now, let's get back to the team's adventure. They are driving down a road, and then they take a turn that takes them onto a road that leads directly to the site where the ruined pyramid lies. The team is going there to do some major investigation on the ruined pyramid and how exactly the Wyomingites constructed it. It just seems like something that is always able to be figured out by investigation. Constructing a pyramid so massive above the city of Kemmerer is just an absolute nightmare, because pulling heavy blocks up a hill to a major construction site seems like a very hard job. Luke's pyramid is not the only one sitting on a hill above the city of Kemmerer. In fact, there is another pyramid on a hill located on the western side of Kemmerer that faces his pyramid located on the eastern side of Kemmerer. This other pyramid is for another middle school student named Izar, who was one of Luke's officials. Unlike Luke's pyramid, which was destroyed, Izar's pyramid still stands proud and tall with all its glory. Now let's get back to the team's adventure. The team is about 5 minutes away from the site called Lago Chano, which contains the ruins of the once massive pyramid of Luke, who died of leukemia, which is a type of blood cancer. The team hopes to find out who decided to destroy Luke's pyramid and why. The pyramid of Izar was never destroyed because it seems way too sacred to be torn down, and that is why it still stands while Luke's pyramid is in ruins. In the burial chamber of Izar's pyramid is where the mummy of 12-year-old Izar rests in peace. It took the Wyomingites in Kemmerer a full year to complete the pyramids of Luke and Izar, and their completion became one of Kemmerer's greatest achievements. Then the team finally reaches the site aloud, and they are ready to begin their major excavation of the site to figure out what happened here and why. This site is really away from the eyes of everyone in the city of Kemmerer, and nobody has really seen this site Largo Chano for themselves. It has really been forgotten by everyone. From this hill, they can see the amazing pyramid of Izar sitting on the other side, proud and tall, and of course it is the only pyramid still standing tall, and Kemmerer is planning to build more pyramids for its powerful students to reach eternal life. Meanwhile, the team is at Largo Chano, and a group of Mermals arrives to help with the excavation and examine the site for themselves. These Mermals came prepared with all major excavation equipment. The Kemmerer team and the Mermals team got permission from the Kemmerer government to do some work on the site and examine it. This site is so secure because it lies in a very restricted area, but at least permission was granted to explore and excavate on the site. One of the Mermals on the Mermals team says, "We believe that this pyramid for Luke was probably much more impressive than we ever imagined." So Luke is a cancer victim who died from leukemia and who was laid to rest here and is now lost. We have no idea where he is now because maybe his eternal life was saved by a group of kids who came here to save him before the political party came here to destroy the pyramid and move the blocks away for recycling. Many discoveries are starting to be made on the site. One of the Mermals discoveries a tool that looks like a beautiful mallet, and this sounds like something very interesting because it could tell everyone exactly who was here and why the structure here is now destroyed and in a pile of ruins lying on the ground, while the pyramid of Izar over there is still standing amazing and tall. The pyramid of Izar over there still has its beautiful white limestone casing blocks and it still shines brightly, while the pyramid of Luke over here has lost literally everything. It is broken to pieces and all that is left is just the collapsed core and a few blocks that maybe once made up the entire pyramid. Another one of the Mermals explains that it is hard to imagine what Luke's pyramid once looked like because whatever it looked like, it must have looked absolutely amazing, just like the pyramid of Izar over there. It just feels so amazing to have great views.